ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to this CD Racoola show. Today's episode, we are going to raise HE double hockey sticks as we review the 1987 film Hellraiser. I have been looking forward to this for a while now. This is one of my favorite horror films of all time, and receives my gold standard of horror film award. I think this iconic film was scary, and the definition to me of not just a good, but a great horror film, chock full of great villains, and of course the man, the myth, the legend, Pinhead himself. I will get back to him later. Let's chat a little bit about Clive Barker, shall we? Immensely talented and an important person to know if you consider yourself a hardcore horror fan. Clive Barker not only directed Hellraiser, but the film was based on his novella called The Hellbound Heart. He also wrote a series of short stories in the Books of Blood, one of which, called The Forbidden, would be translated into the film Candyman. I can't believe that I have yet to do a review on a Candyman movie. Shame on me. Shame. I feel shame. He also directed the film Nightbreed, amongst many others. Not only is this guy involved in horror film and writing, by the way, he also has a line of horror toys out there called Tortured Souls. For any of you that are interested, oh boy, look at these toys. Goodness gracious, those certainly have a Hellraiser look to them, don't they? Toys certainly have taken a different turn than when I was a young boy, playing with, grass and sticks and balls of mud and such. I guess horror hardcores are playing with Clive Barker's Tortured Souls toys, while the rest of the world is playing with maybe Nerf guns and Barbies or whatever. He has done so much in the horror world that I can't even begin to describe it all, but let's just say the guy knows what he's doing, okay? And we'll leave it at that. The Hellraiser movie is intense, and definitely not for the faint of heart, unless you aren't fazed by chains ripping a man to shreds. It basically involves a puzzle box that will take you to a place of immense pleasure that are unheard of in the earthly realm. But what they fail to tell you is that this involves Pinhead and the Cenobites, and their version of Pleasure Town is pain. Lots and lots of pain. So you don't want a piece of these guys, that's for darn sure. Maybe don't solve this puzzle box, Let's chat about Pinhead. That's why we're all here, right? He is, to me, on par with Chucky, Pennywise, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, etc. As a true horror icon, he is played by Doug Bradley, whom played Pinhead in a number of these Hellraiser films. The Pinhead name, by the way, was actually not the character's original name. He was actually called the lead Cenobite, or the Hell Priest. But when creating the movie, the cast began calling him Pinhead, and they used the name for some marketing material, and the moniker just kind of stuck, I guess. It makes sense. I actually like the name Pinhead. But I must admit the name Hell Priest sounds a lot cooler, if I'm being honest with you. He is definitely the best looking of the Cenobites, but other ones definitely have their own flair. Especially the big-boned one, for some reason. I just kind of always liked him. I don't know why. If you aren't aware, if you've been living under a rock or whatever, they are coming out with a new Hellraiser. And for the first time ever, there will be a female Pinhead. Jamie Clayton will play the character. And here is a look at her as Pinhead. I mean, she definitely has a good look to her. I don't think it really matters that much, at least to me, if Pinhead is a man or a woman. He wasn't much of a man or a woman to begin with. More like just some kind of hell demon that looked like a man, but now looks more like a woman, I guess. It's going to be scary either way, and hopefully the new Hellraiser will be as full of blood and gore as this 1987 film. It should be a lot of fun, that we can be sure of. This original film had a little surprise ending, and that left it open for the consequent film sequels. Definitely had some great sequels too, and was apparently pretty darn good if was still having fun reimagining it with present-day casts. I could go on and on about Pinhead and the Hellraiser franchise. It was just such an original idea, and will hopefully be around for us horror hardcores for years to come. By the way, I will eventually be hitting on all the sequels with reviews, including the latest Hellraiser film. But for now, this is all you get. Sorry, my little pretties. I would like to thank you for joining me for this episode of the CD Racoola Show. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Because, listen here, us vampires have feelings too. Please join me next episode when I review the film An American Werewolf in London. Oh, that's going to be a wolfishly good time. Till next time, my little blood bags, a word of advice. If you see a herd of people running away from something, it's not a good idea to stand there and see what they're running from. Just FYI. Maybe trip some of the fitter people up so they don't outrun you. Just a thought may save your life one day. Anyway, ta-ta, ta-ta.